Euler's number, the number e. Our objective, solve applied exponential functions that involve the base of e, the number e. So as we know, the irrational number pi came from working with circles. It's a comparison of a circle's diameter to its circumference. Another irrational number, the number e, came initially from finance, and it occurs frequently as a base in exponential functions in both finance and biology. And we'll do examples in both, I'm sure. Okay, example 1, let's just take a look at its use with a quick example. Talk about carbon-14 dating as a method for determining the age of an object containing organic material by using the properties of radiocarbon, a radioactive isotope of carbon. So carbon, they find old stuff and they use carbon-14 dating to determine its age. And here's the function. The function f of t equals y sub 0 times e raised to the negative point. And there are 3 zeros here with a 12097. Boy, is that specific. Of course, you know what that negative sign means. It means decay. Times t. And this function gives the amount of carbon-14 remaining after t years, given an original amount of y sub 0. Okay, if the original amount of carbon-14 present in an artifact is 100 grams, how much of that remains 2,000 years later? Okay, well, let's note our function. F of t is equal to y sub 0 times e to the negative 0.123. 3 zeros, 12097 times t. And let's note that this minus sign tells us we have a decay, and this is the percent, so if we move the decimal 2, the percent decay is 0.012097%. So this is the percent written as a decimal, so it's a very, very small percent in our exponent. Okay, we want to know how much remains after 2,000 years. So what is f of 2,000? Well, our original amount is 100 grams, so that's what y sub 0 stands for, times e to the negative 0.1230, 12097 times 2,000. And again, that can go into our calculator. And the amount that remains, if the original amount was 100 grams, the amount that remains 2,000 years later, believe it or not, is 78.51 grams. There's been a decrease, but it's not a very fast decrease. So we'll be using the letter E as a base in a couple of these situations, in these financial and biological situations. But here's an example of its use, and that's a little bit about where it comes from.